Hey, and welcome to another video on some Excel stuff. Right now I'm going to go over how to generate random numbers, which can come in handy if you looked at my color toy video and were able to get the workbook. You'll see that there are random numbers that were used to make those colors change. Along with conditional formatting. Go ahead and check out that video and workbook if you're a patron to see that in action. But I'm just going to show you now how to get random numbers in Excel, and that comes in handy for I like to use it if I'm just creating fake data rather than try to think of a bunch of numbers to pull in. I'll just put in some random numbers and I don't worry about accidentally making patterns along the way that I don't necessarily want to see. So if we look here in cell A1, I have this number here, and you'll see that the formula is equals RAND and closed out. Over here I put next to it what it is so you can see exactly how it works, and I'll show you, go more on that in a second. So if I go to formulas and I go up to calculate now and I calculate, you can see that that number is changing. So every time you have a random number function in there and then you calculate all of your formulas in the workbook, or if you do anything which would trigger a calculation. So if I were to enter a value, it's triggering a recalculation of the workbook. That's just because of the defaults that are set up. Probably could have used better letter choices than KKK. But moving on. One thing I like to see when I'm using Excel, I'll hover over things and see if there are shortcut keys for it. So if I hover over calculate now, you can see that there's F9 as a shortcut key. So instead of having to go to the ribbon every time and finding the calculate now button, I can just hit F9 and that's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to keep that in mind, and that kind of goes along with the keyboard shortcuts that I talked about in my intro video. If you find these things that you use a lot, definitely keep them in mind and try to remember them because they'll be helpful down the line. So that you'll see this number here is randomly calculating some decimal number. So the rand number is actually, what it does is give you a random number between between 0 and 1, and that gives you a wide range of decimals. This gives you a little bit to work with if you want to convert that. So over here, what I did was I put in another formula which takes that random decimal number and turns it into an integer or a whole number. So when I calculate, you'll see 0.964 is rounded up to 10 here. 0.88 is rounded up to 9 here. So that's just another thing you can do if you want to go ahead and not have a decimal along the way, if you want to have an integer using the rand. An easier way to do that is to use rand between, and it's a lot more flexible because you can at that point pick specifically what numbers you want them to be between. So I have here a rand between 1 and 3, and it's easy to write out rand between, and then you put your two numbers. And as I calculate, it's always going to be a number between 1 and 3. So 1, 2, or 3. So that is how you generate a random number. I typically will use the rand between 1 and whatever number, or whatever range of numbers I'm doing, just because it's easier than pulling out another calculation. So a couple things I said that I was going to mention, or something that I said that I was going to mention, is showing this calculation here. So if I type this in here, equals rand, and hit enter, I'm coming up with the number. It's not showing me this. So the way you get calculations or formulas to show, no matter what you're doing, so if I were to do equals 2 plus 2, it's going to show me 4 instead. But say I wanted to show in my workbook that it is actually 2 equals 2 plus 2 and not equals 4. So if I'm just using it as an example like I did with this one here, notice here I have an apostrophe at the beginning of it. So all I need to do is add an apostrophe, and Excel realizes, oh, this person does not want to actually have the calculation but just wants to show it as a formula of some sort. There's another way to do that. If I Control Z, so keep your eye on these again. If I want to show all the formulas in my workbook, what I can do is hit Control and then the tilde button. And the tilde button is the little squiggly line, and it's also a kind of a apostrophe. It's above the tab key typically. So if I hit Control and the tilde button, it toggles between a formula view, so I can see all my formulas and see how this has changed as well. You no longer have the results of the formula. If I hit it again, it just goes back to normal. So Control tilde button. Let's see if I can type out what that looks like. That is the apostrophe, and this is the tilde above it. Nope, just kidding. Shift. There we go. That's what the tilde looks like. Tilde. And now let's go on to some exercises in using it. So basically, all you need to do to generate a random number is type in that that formula that I spoke about. So we can do it with a random number. If we were going to do it, it doesn't matter if it's a decimal or not. Equals RAND. And then we've got, so let's say we want to fill up the whole grid. Right now, we see that random number works. So we can do it how we learned it before by copying and pasting. So we'll copy it, and we'll just paste it into each one. That's taking a long time to go one by one. So let's select a bunch of, paste it in there. That's a little bit easier. That still takes too long for my taste. So back all that out. Remember, Control Z undoes everything. So what you can do is, if you want to select or enter into a bunch of grids or a bunch of cells at the same time, if you select all of that you want to enter into, and then, and then you type in what you want to enter. So in this case, we want rand. And if I hold down if I hold down the Control key and hit Enter, then it's going to fill in all the cells that I selected. I can split that up too if I wanted to do just these cells here and do the same thing. Equals RAND, and then Control Enter. It's just going to enter the highlighted cells. So that's just another quick little thing you can do. And then the last way we can do it is, and using Control Enter is probably the most efficient way to do it. The last way we can do it is, so instead of copying and pasted, if we can start using these little handles here. So if I double click on it, it's not going to pull down because I don't have a list next to it. My apologies. But if we hold it and drag it down, it will copy it. It's not copying the number, the value, it is copying the actual formula itself. So each one of these is rand. We can change that by messing around with these handles, but we won't bother because we got it to do what we wanted to do. And then if we grab the bottom, drag it over, we've got it that way, copied all the way. So those are 3 different ways to do it. Again, I prefer highlighting everything that you're going to put into and then entering your formula and hitting Control Enter. That's the most straightforward way that I know of. And we can verify that it is actually a random number by hitting the F9 key again and again and again. So that is all. If you're a patron, you have access to the this workbook, so you can go ahead and mess around with it, practice on your own, follow these steps. I just gave you an example of things to try doing with the stuff that we learned, and that will about do it. So enjoy your day or evening or whatever you are today.